He was obsessed with school shootings in Columbine and eventually carried out a massacre of his own. Arthur Eichlegner was 21 years old when he walked back into the school he once attended, but the person entering that building was very different from the student who left it years ago. Arthur had struggled academically and socially. He repeated the 6th grade and eventually dropped out of Boyd in 2022 without graduating. After leaving, he became increasingly withdrawn. He lived with his mother, was unemployed, and mostly kept to himself. He had even tried to join the Austrian armed forces, but was rejected after he was deemed mentally unfit for military service. And then things took an even darker turn. Arthur became deeply fascinated with school shootings, specifically the Columbine massacre and the people responsible for it. Over time, that fascination stopped being something he consumed online and became something he wanted to recreate. He began planning an attack on his old school. At first, he wanted to use a bomb. Plans for the attack were found later at his home, along with a non-functioning pipe bomb. Eventually, he abandoned that plan and turned towards firearms instead. In April of 2025, he obtained a firearms ownership card and bought a shotgun. The following month, he bought the Glock pistol he would use to carry out the massacre. Then came June 10th, 2025. Around 9:43 that morning, Arthur walked into Board carrying his weapons. 14 minutes later, the first shots rang out. For roughly 7 minutes, he moved through the school, opening fire inside classrooms on the 2nd and 3rd floor. Around 40 shots were fired. Before the shooting, Arthur had uploaded a farewell video telling his mom what he was about to do. She eventually saw the video and immediately contacted police, but by then, the attack was already happening. During his rampage, he also called her. 10 people were killed. 9 of them were students between the ages of 14 and 17. A 59-year-old teacher was also critically wounded and later died at the hospital. 11 other people were injured. Then, at 10:07, Arthur returned to a bathroom inside the school and took his own life. In just a couple of minutes, an ordinary school day turned into a nightmare. What he left behind was more than a crime scene. It was a community full of grieving families, traumatized students, and classrooms that would never feel the same again. Austria declared 3 days of national mourning, and the massacre sparked major changes in the country's gun laws. The school itself underwent extensive renovations, including turning the rooms where the shooting took place into memorial spaces. This case today was so heartbreaking and heavy, so I know if I need a hug, you probably do too. So bring it in. With that being said, what do you guys think about this case? Leave your thoughts in the comments below.